I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the head coach for job search, coachinghq.com. That's a site with curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read. It's going to help you find work more quickly. Someone I coach sent me a message yesterday where he was letting me know of an interview that he had scheduled, and that he forwarded information about the job, their expectations, and what was referred to as a quick guide to competency-based interviewing. Now, I want to start by saying it is astonishing to me that a company actually sends the guide to what to expect on their interview in advance of the interview. And as such, I thought I would share it with you because I think it's a nice touch and will give you a sense of what to expect in general. Now, I've covered a lot of things that I want you to do in advance of the interview on previous videos and podcasts that I've done. And here, I'm just going to give you information as this firm has provided. So they say, competency-based interviewing, also known as targeted selection, is designed to elicit information on technical and behavioral competencies. In other words, knowledge, skills, and abilities that you possess. It is based on the principle that past behavior predicts future behavior, and as such is designed to be systematic, fair, customizable, legally defensible, which is why they're doing this, and effective. So here's what they're telling you in advance to do to get ready. Okay? As you begin to prepare for the interview, you may realize that you first need to gain more clarity about what it is that's important to you in a job, what skills you have and prefer to use, and whether this is the right job for you. So number one is review the job posting for key responsibilities and accountabilities for the job. And number two, review your key capabilities and experience, I'm going to add in, that relate to what it is that they're looking for. So with that, in preparation, they're going to ask you a variety of behavioral interview questions, information about job-related experiences in the context of the specific capabilities or competencies that are required for the job. And then they say, when you're relating these experiences, the interviewer is looking for a specific situation or task, the actions that you took, and the results that you obtained. The acronym, by the way, is STAR, which is situations or tasks that you encountered, the actions that you took, and the results of those actions. I use a different acronym. SOAR, situation, what your objective was, the action that you took, and the result that you got. And in the area of results, that can be in terms of dollars saved, dollars earned, percentage improvements over the previous environment. So refer back to the job description to remind you of which capabilities and competencies are required. You'll be questioned about some or all of these in order to prepare for this section of the interview. For each competency, identify 2 job-related STARs or SOARs that occurred during the past 2 years that will demonstrate that you possess the capability or competency. In other words, they want you to tell them stories. Stories engage people and give people a benchmark for follow-up questions. Like, for example, how you made a decision. By the way, this is not on their script. I'm adding stuff in. It's why you made that particular decision. So, for example, you might not be asked the why if you're at a staff level, but certainly if you're a manager, director, VP, or above, that's part of describing the situation. But the key element is why you made that choice versus all the others. It keeps them focused on you and say what you did. It says, stay focused on you. Say what you did and not what the team did or we did. And they invite you to take 5 to 10 minutes to relate each STAR, or in my case, SOAR, giving the highlights rather than every detail. In other words, they want you to give them a framework to answer the question. I think they're crazy if they think people are going to listen for 5 minutes, but 1 to 2 minutes is easy. And I've illustrated this many times in videos and podcasts about stories. You can look at those on YouTube or on No BS Job Search Advice or Job Search Radio. I have plenty of stuff about stories in all those different venues. And they give you hints. Ready? Avoid making vague statements that sound good, but there's no specific information about what you did. Avoid theoretical statements such as I would do or I always, as these provide no information about what you actually did. And what they want you to do is listen to the question. Take a moment to compose your thoughts. I think that's a lie. 2 seconds is a long time in an interview for there to be silence. Ask for clarification if you need to, and I happen to agree with that one. Speak succinctly and clearly, avoiding jargon, and eliminate slang. Try to phrase the responses in stars or soars in my case, and keep them brief, which contradicts their comment about 5 to 10 minutes that they made above. Funny about that, you know? And try to vary your examples. So, you know, the idea is you don't want to tell the same story about each thing that they're asking you to elaborate upon. They want to see individuals with a track record and not just simply rehashing one episode in their life. And then be prepared with questions to ask at the end of the interview. I have some great questions that I cover in video and podcast form. You ought to go to those and cover some of them. So I hope you found this helpful. And if you're interested in my coaching you can connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you saw this video, and once we're connected, contact me about coaching. I would love to help you. And I'll also say I have some great podcasts, the #1 and #2 podcasts in iTunes for job search. The #1 show is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. It has more than 1,000 episodes. The first one in job search to hit that number. And the #2 show is called Job Search Radio. I want to encourage you to visit and subscribe, whether it's on your iPhone or Android device. It's available in both environments. So I think this will help you. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you have a great day. Hey, Chris. Be well. Take care.